Good afternoon, everybody. Hey, no, that is not Dr. John Sherrill. That is the man, the myth, Captain America, Dave Evans. Dr. John Sherrill will be joining us another day. He was having some technical difficulties, so I called my partner, my buddy, my pal, my friend, and said, hey, hop on here so we can talk about a few things. Talking business, it's a little segment we're going to be doing. We'll be bringing in different business owners, talking about their experiences, what works well for them, what they're excited about. And Dr. John Sherrill will be a great one to join again. He was just having some technical problems, so we had to move that to another date. So, Captain America, what's up, my brother?
It happens to the best of us. I had a
Yeah.
I had a boss throw his BlackBerry at me once when it wasn't working right. So I get it. I felt the pain when it hit me in the head. So yeah, abused as a child.
I'm very excited. Dave, I know he never dreamed this would happen. The first book is done, Dave. 100% done.
We have a cover and everything.
We have a cover. It's actually good. After many not so nice words were thrown back and forth. One thing you find out about these guys that design covers, the artistic process,
The creative side.
The creative is very important to them.
Yeah.
I just kept saying, I just want something that doesn't look stupid. That's what I kept out. So I'm not creative.
You're good with creative still. That's not unknown to most of us that you love creatives. That's where you thrive.
So, but I'm very excited about this. I'm very excited about it. It's been a long time coming. I know you can't see it, but I will forward you the cover. I actually think it turned out really well.
Good.
But excited about it. But I wanted to. This is the thing. I'm going to share this because one thing we're going to talk about today is an incredible process that we are partnering with an outstanding organization. We believe in it. It lines perfectly with our process. But we'll talk a little bit about how to drive your business to wow. But I want to share this with somebody. I tell all of my friends early on, I say, it's not easy being my friend. I've told you that.
Yeah.
I tell everybody that. I say, it's not easy being my friend.
You have to fight your way out of someplace one night. You never know what's going to happen.
So I'm very emotional, very hard-headed. But I tell everybody up front, it's not easy being my friend. But I want to do it in the book. This thing I'm most proud of, I want to say this. This is my acknowledgement. I said, when I decided to jump into the writing space, I was concerned I wouldn't have the time or ability to pull this off. I was correct that I couldn't pull this off, but so many others took my vision and made this possible. First, my family's been very supportive, as they always are. Their encouragement and counsel has been amazing. And then the team of professionals who made sure everything is right. You know who you are. Thank you very much. Lastly, and this is the one that's important to me, I want to thank my business partner, Captain America, Dave Evans, a man of true integrity and commitment to serving entrepreneurs and their employees. And this is the part I truly mean, my brother. You inspire me every day to be a better man, and you do.
I appreciate that.
And you mean a great deal to me professionally and personally, but this is a big deal for me to get this done. All of my English teachers and writing teachers back in Eureka, Kansas are all right now in shock. They've all passed out. My solid C average all the way through high school. But I really do appreciate that. And I mean that, brother. You inspire me every day to be a better man, to work harder, to do that. And I'm thrilled and excited about the direction of our business ventures together because we think there's really a unique opportunity to go help. And we think there's going to be a lot of people needing help with what's going on in the world with our economy and just everything that's happening right now. A lot of uncertainty. But we are thrilled, absolutely thrilled to have been, we were seeked out as a firm, had some great meetings, some great conversations, and are very, very, very excited about what we're going to be able to do to help people navigate not just the waters in the months to come, but in the years to come, help make their businesses more successful. And of course, I'm talking about the driver's logbook, the 5 Ps, all the great stuff that goes into wow, we're creating a business that's wow. But Dave, what do you share your thoughts?
Well, yeah. So I haven't shared this to you yet. I was going to tell you tomorrow. We're gonna put together a 5-week series on the 5 Ps starting
He
next
scares
Wednesday.
me when he does this. By the way, he scares me when he does this.
Next Wednesday, after we talk to those groups, we're gonna introduce it with the women's group on Monday.
Yeah,
In
Tuesday.
Guthrie, Oklahoma, or Tuesday
next
in Guthrie,
Tuesday.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, Tuesday.
Yep.
Yeah.
But then we're going to go on a 5-week lesson talking about the 5 Ps. And as part of that, there'll be a free download that we're going to have where there'll be a QR code on the screen. You can QR code, you'll get to the link on the screen. You can download the racetrack and look at it for your business. It is. You can call it a racetrack. You can call it a battle rhythm. You can call it whatever you want. But it basically what they have done is they have designed a specific path that keeps business owners working on their business on a weekly basis over a 23-week period instead of in their business. So they take the time every week to do that. And as part of our peer advisory group, Bebo, this will be part of the process. We'll meet once a month and we'll talk about it. But I am super excited, and we can talk about the 5 Ps today if you want. That'd be awesome. And then we're going to go big depth over the next 5 weeks.
Yeah, that's fine. And I just want to give acknowledgement again to Mr. Bill Matthews, the gentleman who this is his baby he birthed. It was kind of crazy when he reached out, and we get there's a lot of back and forth in our world, right? I mean, we get people that reach out to us. We reach out to people saying, "Hey, read this, saw this. It might be a white paper. It might be whatever it could be." Say, "Hey, that's really intriguing. Want to talk to you more." So got this email from Bill. Thinking, okay, that's fine. I Googled him. I looked him up. He's a legit dude. Yeah, so I'll talk to him. Had a phone conversation. I came back today with something to this because it aligns so well with how we run Exxon and what we preach every day with our clients. And it was just cool to find a firm and organization that said, hey, we're looking for somebody that can help us blow this up. So we're very humbled that we're able to do that and help them doing what they're doing. But I wanted to say this, there's 5 key areas. You have the 5 Ps. We'll talk about those 5 Ps. I'm just looking at this note, but we obviously believe in Bebo, our Bold Entrepreneur and Business Owners platform, our groups. Bill calls them leadership circles, which is the same concept, different name. We're going to incorporate a lot of what Bill has done with his leadership circles into our Bebo boards and vice versa. But there's also one thing I'm excited about is we'll be able to take this program and go out to small business, medium-sized private business owners, and over that 23 that time frame, really take them from soup to nut on how to take their business, get all the processes built, walk it out for them on how to launch and build inside their business. Whether they're a member of Bebo or not, we'll be able to do those engagements with you and help you get your business on track. Of course, we believe being part of a Bebo board is the icing on the cake, is the thing that makes it all go, because that gives you an opportunity to have this board of advisors, of like-minded entrepreneurs that are able to sit there and share experiences with you and help you really serve as that advisory board for you and your company. So we're excited about that as well. But let's jump into the 5 Ps, Dave. It's interesting.
Hey, Phil, before you say, do you know what the 6 Ps are?
I know what mine are.
So when I was a young lad,
proper planning prevents.
Proper planning and an old Navy commander punched all of my math classes.
You want me to say it? Because I used to say this. I used to say this all the time. In the military, I'd say, "Listen, damn it, proper planning prevents piss poor performance." That's what I used to always tell.
That is so we won't mistake the 5 Ps with the 6 Ps. But hey, just so you guys know, the 6 Ps apply to the first step of this, right? Because what's the first step of the 5 Ps? It's planning.
You know what's funny? Dave and I have never really talked about the 6 Ps, but 6 Ps are universal in the United States military.
Shared experiences. Yep.
Shared experiences, baby. Shared experiences. So the 5 and the 6 Ps are fun and interesting and exciting. But I'm looking. I am so sorry. I'm trying to find my notes here. Okay.
You got the 5 Ps? Right. You ready?
No, I got those. I was just looking at something else here. I'm trying to break this down. The the 5 P's are planning, people, process, performetrics, and passion. And I think, there's a few on here that you can talk about. I'm going to just pull this up because this is something that's real important to me. I think we talk about passion all the time. Passion's the fuel, right? That's the
accelerator.
That's the accelerator. But you got to have planning. You got to have outstanding people and understand how to help people thrive. Processes, we talk about that till I was talking to one of our good clients, Danny, today, Dave. We're meeting on Thursday on some other stuff with him. And, when we first started working with Danny, gosh, it's been several years now. I mean, it's been a long time. It's been so long, I forgot how long it's been. So it's been quite a while. And Danny, today, hearing him talk about processes and numbers and data and, and looking at, and, from where it started to where it is today is amazing. It's amazing. And that's why we do the things we do. But the process is the performetrics. You got to measure it. We were on the phone with another client today talking about, listen, we can do all this stuff. But if you're not measuring and evaluating and adjusting and doing all the things you have to do, you're not going to get any results. I mean, it's just that simple.
Yeah, I think the second piece we talk about with clients all the time is people.
Yeah.
And we do an injustice to our employees because we don't give them the proper feedback. We don't give them the training. We don't put them in the place where they will thrive. We put them in the place where we need them. The place that you need this employee may not be the place where they can excel. And you need to look at your people and where they are on the team, no matter what you're doing. I mean, the center can't be the quarterback, right?
Well, that's a big part of it. I mean, you get people all the time that I tell the story. You've heard me tell this story. One of my sons was Little League football. I was coaching, and I said, hey, all of you quarterbacks, wide receivers, running back, skill kids, you go over here with Coach Spencer. All you big uglies, you come with me. And my son takes off running to the quarterback position. I yell, Nichols, get over here. It's good to be self-aware.
You're not a quarterback, bud. I love you. But that's how you God didn't give you those skill sets.
No, you're gonna be one of the ugly ones up front that gets no glory, but makes it all happen, right? And that's the thing that I think is cool. We talk about being self-aware. But it's really about putting people in situations where they can be successful, where they're going to be able to be passionate about what they're being asked to do every day. And that's not simple, right? I mean, one of the things we've really been doing, and one of the cool things about our model, our business, is we get to go practice what we preach, right? Because we're doing it every day, just like our clients are. We're applying those principles. We're done today. I've been on the phone all day, Dave. You'll be happy to know that I'm batting about 50 to 60%. You'll be happy to know that it's about consistency, right? And what's exciting for me though is we can then take those real world experiences. We don't deal with what we think might work. We deal with what's reality and what we apply every day. And I think that's what makes it so cool, is that when you do that with your people and you say, okay, this is what I know about this individual. This is what they're passionate about. This is where I see their skill set. Have that conversation with you. You can put them in those situations where they can really, really thrive and have great success.
And part of that, a lot of small business owners, especially, they don't have a job description. They don't have a standard, right, to measure against. And they don't have it. It's not because they don't want to have it. It's because some of them don't know how to build it. Some of them are just too damn busy to do it. And part of the Bebo boards and stuff we're talking about and that we do, and the perfect path to wow is you walk through the process. You make yourself do the hard work that nobody likes to do, so it makes everything else easier in your organization. And now you're not in your business every day tearing stuff up. You have people that can do their jobs. They know what to do. They know the expectations.
Well, I think that's part of what, one of my pet peeves is everybody's a pro, everybody's an expert, everybody's this, everybody's that. Well, with all due respect, if you've never made a payroll, if you've never ran a business, I really don't care to hear what you have to say, because we're dealing with theory. We're not dealing with real world. And I think that's something that's real important, is being brutally honest with people. There's times we've had a lot of very uncomfortable conversations with clients over the years, because we're going to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. And that sometimes is hard for people to accept. They're saying, well, I'm paying you. Yeah, you're paying me this money, paying our firm this money to make you more successful, to increase your sales, to make you more efficient, to create processes, to do all these things. Yep. You're not paying us this money to be your pal. We're not paying this money to make you feel good, to stroke your ego. You're paying us money to get better results. And I think that's what I like about the WOW program. The perfect path to WOW is something pretty darn cool, and it's, the first 10 steps are the planning steps. There's 23 different steps in there. Steps 11 through 17 is where you dig into your people. Step 18 is your process, and 19 to 23 is your performetrics. But it's a cool and easy way to really measure where you are. There's also, we're big geeks about assessments. There's a great assessment that goes into this as well.
That's the start of it.
That's the start of it. Set that benchmark, right? But we're excited about it, ready to kick it off next week for business women in the Logan County area with the Guthrie Chamber of Commerce. We'll be talking about that with some young. I actually met a couple people today that are going to be at that said, hey, we're going to be at your deal next week. I said, that's great. Looking forward to seeing you. So it should be a lot of fun. It's kind of a little bit of an anomaly here in the little town I live in because, as you know, Dave, I've spent 20-some years trying to prevent myself from doing business in my little town because I got asked today, now, what do you do? And this is a person that I've known for 20-some years. And I smiled and I said, I am Tanya's husband, because I've always, you live in a small town, you want to go to a football game and watch a football game, right? So I'm stepping out. This is the big unveiling next Tuesday.
It's your coming out party, Phil.
It's my coming out party.
I'm wearing a rate. Never mind. I'm not going to go there.
It's like a quinceañera, right? It's like coming out.
It is. Back on, I want to kind of add something because we didn't talk about the proformetrics very much, but to me, that is the icing on the cake, because if you don't measure it, it doesn't matter, and you will not pay attention to it as a business owner. But if you measure it, case in point, our client you were speaking to today about how he's changed and the impact it's had on his business, his family, and his life, which is unbelievable. It's because he's looking at stuff going, is this here or not, and why not? And if it's not there, what can I do to fix it? And he's doing that on his own, and it's amazing.
It is amazing. He started like everybody else. Our industry is different. Our business is different. Dave, have we ever had a client that's business wasn't different when we started?
No. You don't know. You don't know my business.
Everybody thinks their business is different, but it's so cool when you see people start applying these performetrics and really measuring, doing employee surveys, and creating tracking reports to maintain good quality control within your company. It starts with step one, right? Personal vision. As the owner, as the leader,
where do you want to be?
Personal vision. Yep. Where do you want to be? What's important to you? All those things are cool steps, but it's going to be fun taking this out to the field, because that's where the metal meets the meat, as they like to say in our previous life. But theory is cool, right? Theory is cool. And I know I say this all the time, but there's something about things being based in reality and actually going out and putting yourself out there and doing the work. That's where the satisfaction comes from. That's where the great results come from, is doing the hard work. It's not as simple as click here and in 15 days you can make $4 million in new revenue. Okay, that's just not true.
Hey, I saw an ad on Facebook today where if I gave them $300,000, they give me $60,000 a year for the rest of my life.
Oh, heck!
I was pretty excited. I mean, I thought about it.
Sign up for that.
It's interesting. You talk about theory is important, and it's important to understand theory sometimes. But my stepfather taught me something a long time ago. He was a line superintendent doing construction projects. He had more street smarts and how to fix stuff smarts than anybody know. And he would get these plans and he did the Walmart distribution centers, Amazon distribution centers, their conveyor systems and all that. But he would get these plans and he would have to put them into action. And it got to a point in his career where he was really good at what he did. And young engineers would come in and tell him to do all these crazy things, and he would have to fly them into the site and show them physically that what they had written on paper could not happen in practical application. It didn't work. It wouldn't fit. And to watch those young people's eyes light up and go, oh, I get
Yep.
it now. You know, that is what you're talking about, right? That
Yep.
you know the theory out of college, you come into the job and you go, well, okay, it works in theory, but there's some things you need to think about beyond that. And that's where a lot of coaches and consultants are not very good because they've never had to do it. They never led an
Right.
organization. They
Right.
don't know what it means like and dealt with people. So that's super important.
Well, and I think too, it's yeah, and that's not coming from a place of I know better than you. That's just coming from a
No.
place of having my teeth kicked in for 30 years and
100%.
learning,
Yeah.
learning from that. And just, so there's no ego in that. It's reality that, the best teacher is life. I mean, that is the best teacher. What I think what's cool is when you can have processes and a roadmap to follow, right? Or a driver's logbook, which I love the name of that, driver's logbook. It tells you everything. It shows you everything. It's full disclosure. A driver's logbook is, and so it's going to be fun. But I appreciate you, and I know I'm excited about walking this out over the next several weeks. But most importantly, excited to get out in front of the folks and tell them, hey, if you guys want to talk to us about how you can start moving your business to wow, which is pretty cool stuff. Reach out to us. We'll be glad to answer questions up front. Let you take a look at it. Kick the tires. Figure out if you think this is a good fit. Let's have a conversation. But we're excited about what we're going to be able to do. We've also got some great new teammates coming on in different parts of the country with our Debo board facilitators. Very excited about that. Actually bringing an individual here in Oklahoma we're very excited about, Miss Angela. Angie's going to be joining us next week in Guthrie, Oklahoma for the Chamber Women's Business luncheon as well. So look forward to introducing Angie to a lot of the folks here in town as well. So it should be a good time.
And Angie's doing a business workshop with the Downtown Business Alliance in Edmond. It's starting in August. So that'll be exciting. If you're in the local area, your local business, she's putting together a group of people to give presentations and help you grow your business. And we're super excited for her about that. It's great.
Yeah, sharp, very, very sharp individual. So, well, Dave, you got any parting shots?
The 6 P's make the 5 P's work better.
The 6 P's roll off your tongue when you're screaming a little bit,
They do. It's kind of scary how easily it rolls off your tongue. So,
and what's really scary is that almost 40 years later, it still rolls off my tongue very easily.
That's a fact. There's no doubt about that. That's for sure.
All right, Dave. Well, hey, we appreciate y'all joining us today. Look forward to tomorrow. We'll be doing our normal Exxon Facebook Live event tomorrow morning at 9:30. So hopefully you can join that. Thanks for joining us with Talking Business here. Dave and Phil, we're out of here.
All right, later.